Hey YouTube, how's it going? Dustin Smith here again with another video from A2K, Allegiance to the King. Today we're going to ask the all-important question, where do people go when they die? Okay, where do people go when they die? A lot of people think that when they die, that their soul or their spirit departs their body and they go off to heaven, okay? Or sometimes they think that the really, really bad people, that their soul or spirit departs and they go into a fiery hell. Okay, but what actually does the Bible say on this topic? Actually, the Bible has something quite different to see, and we're going to see that all people, whether you're good or you're bad, go to the same place when they die. Let's start actually in Genesis chapter 3 and verse 19. We can look at the destination of where the first human being went when he died, the first human being, according to the Bible, being Adam. God tells Adam in Genesis 3:19, "By the sweat of your face you will eat bread till you return to the ground, because from it you were taken. For you are dust, and to dust you shall return." That's Genesis 3:19. There I see that Adam is going to go to the dust. That's where he's going to go when he dies, okay? It doesn't say anything about a differentiation between his body and his soul or his body and his spirit, because I'm interested in where did Adam go when he died? And it says here very clearly with the personal pronoun, you shall go to the dust. Okay, you are dust, and to dust you shall return till you return to the ground. That's Genesis 3:19. Now some people might say, well, Adam was a pretty bad guy. I mean, he was the guy that sinned and brought sin and death into this entire world. Surely, of course, he's going to go there, but me, I'm a righteous person. I must be going somewhere better than the dust. Let's look at some other passages to kind of answer this question. My favorite passage to discuss this particular question about where do people go when they die is Ecclesiastes 3:20, because it's an all-encompassing passage that says that everybody goes to one place. Look at this. Ecclesiastes 3:20 says, all go to the same place. All came from the dust, and all return to the dust. That's Ecclesiastes 3:20, very clear. All go to the same place, okay? There's no differentiation to where the righteous go up to heaven and the unrighteous go down to hell. No, all people go to the same place, and it's neither heaven nor hell. They all came from dust, and to dust all will return, okay? So it wasn't just Adam who returns to the dust. Ecclesiastes says that all people are going to go to the same place. They're all going to return to the dust, okay? And just if this wasn't clear enough, you can look in Ecclesiastes chapter 9 and verse 10, which says, whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your might. Why? For there is no activity or planning or knowledge or wisdom in Sheol where you are going. Okay, he says you, again, using that personal pronoun, okay? No differentiation between your body and your soul or body and spirit, nothing like that. I want to know, where am I going? And here it says you, the reader, you are going to go to Sheol, okay? Sheol is the Hebrew word for the grave, okay? It would be translated as grave in some translations, but the Hebrew word for grave is the word Sheol, okay? So that is where they are going, okay? Now, did Jesus think anything different about this? Did Jesus go somewhere different when he died? Did Jesus, the Messiah, teach something contrary to what the Old Testament teaches? And what we're going to see is the answer is no. Jesus taught that even he himself is going to go to the grave. He is going to go to the ground when he dies. Look at what Jesus says out of his own teachings in Matthew chapter 12 and verse 40. This is what Jesus says, red letters, folks. He says, just as Jonah was 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the sea monster, so will the Son of Man be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth. Okay? Notice Jesus didn't say that the Son of Man, a reference to Jesus as himself, he didn't say that the Son of Man is going to go off to heaven when he dies. He didn't say he's going to go off to paradise when he dies. He didn't say that, of course, he's going to hell when he dies, as the incorrectly translated King James Version does in some passages. No, Jesus says that he himself is going to go to the heart of the earth. He's going to go to the grave, which fits in with what Ecclesiastes 9:10 says, to where you are going to go to Sheol, to the grave. It's the same thing that Ecclesiastes 3:20 says, where all go to the same place, all are going to return to dust, and it's the same thing that we saw with the first human being, Adam, in Genesis 3:19, to where he is dust, and to dust he is going to return. Folks, the answer to the question, where do people go when they die, is very clear from the scriptures, both the Old Testament and the New Testament, from a variety of different authors, that every single person, whether they're righteous or they're unrighteous, goes to the grave. They go to the dust. They go to Sheol when they die. They're unconscious, and they are awaiting resurrection, to where they will either be raised to a resurrection of eternal life or a resurrection of judgment. Folks, I hope this video has encouraged you in your understanding of where people go when they die. Be sure to subscribe for more videos from A2K. Be sure to also share and like this video. And if you got any other questions about this, or if you have any comments, be sure to type them out in the comment section below on the YouTube page. My name is Dustin Smith. I'm with A2K, Allegiance to the King. And until next time, take care.